now we will talk about the role of agriculture in Indian economy. Agriculture is the main occupation in India. Okay, so main occupation or the main job of the people in India is agriculture. The pressure which India had at the time of independence is now reduced somewhat. However, it still has an important contribution in Indian economy. So what are they trying to tell us? That when India got independent, when we got independence, okay, the major occupation or the major job that people did was agriculture. But now that is not true, because many people are taking up other jobs. Like some people are computer engineers, some people are doctors, some people are this, that, whatever. So now other jobs are there, okay, and obviously, but still agriculture plays a very important role in Indian economy. First, it provides employment to about half the population in India. Okay, obviously, lot of people's job is in agriculture sector, is in agriculture field. Agriculture holds about 70% of the total gross domestic production. Gross domestic production means how much value does a particular crop have in our country. For example, apple. So what value does that apple have? So agriculture provides about 70% of this gross development production. Okay. Paddy, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco, potatoes, etc. are the major agriculture products of India. Much foreign exchange is earned from their export. So paddy, that is rice, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco, potatoes. These are grown maximum in India, and we export also to other countries. Okay, all these products if India goes to other countries. India ranks second in the world in agrarian production. So in the field of agriculture production, India is second number. Industries like cotton, textile, sugar, paper, oil, etc., as well as industries regarding the food processing get their raw material from agriculture products only. So we have lot of industries like cotton textile. Cotton textile એટલે cotton na je kapda banta hoy e, sugar, paper, oil. Okay, also those industries which produce food processing. Processing એટલે કોકવા tin ની અંદર તમને food મળે છે, right? So all those are the food processing industries or food processing companies. Okay, જે tin food provide કરે, tin ની અંદર ખાવાનું હોય. You have those chips and all those things. Okay, those are food processing industries. So their main raw material comes for, or their main production comes from the agriculture. Agriculture provides food to the people of India. Okay, obviously agriculture provides food to the most of the people in India. The Indian contribution is not consistent in the world agriculture market because of its irregular and uncertain rates and inadequate facilities in agriculture. So in the world, our position in the term of agriculture is not stable. It's not at one position, and the reason is that sometimes we are able to export more. Okay, and the reason is, and sometimes we are not able to export more. Export એટલે આપણી જે કન્ટ્રીના પ્રોડક્ટ્સ જે હોય એ બીજી કન્ટ્રીઝમાં જતા હોય. તો ઘણીવાર એવું થાય છે કે આપણે ઘણું બધું એક્સપોર્ટ કર્યું હોય છે એક યરમાં, બીજા યરમાં આપણે એટલું બધું એક્સપોર્ટ નથી કરી શકતા. The reason is what? Because first of all, our agriculture is dependent on rains. We heavily depend on rains, and obviously some of the places, they do not have proper water facilities. Some of them do not have proper wells, rivers and all those things, so they have to depend on rain. Okay, and because we do not get proper rain, our position in the world market, that is how much products do we export to the world, is not consistent, is not the same. Okay, it keeps changing. Food security is necessary for any country today. If demand for the food grain is increasing, and if the food grains have to be imported, then the political independence of that country may be at risk. So food security, safety. Food safety is something which is very necessary in any country. Okay, let us say that our population is increasing, we need more and more food, but let's say we don't have that much food and we have to ask for other countries for food, then it becomes a big problem for any country. We have become self-reliant in the field of grain production due to Green Revolution. Now because of Green Revolution, okay, for grains, we have been able to increase the grain production, that is wheat, paddy, all these things have increased because of Green Revolution. Along with the increase in farm production, there is increase in the population of the country also. Now remember one thing, okay, agriculture is increasing a lot, okay, and the reason is what? Because the population of India is increasing a lot and people need food. That is why more and more land is being converted for agriculture. In 1951, India's population was 36 crore 10 lakhs, which today is 125 crore. Okay, so in the year 1951, our population was 36 crore, and now in the year 2019, the population is 125 crore. This has increased the demand for food grains, obviously, because more and more population is increasing. That is why demand for food is also increasing. However, there has been increase in the production of food grains in our country during the last 5 years. From last 5 years, okay, the food production or the grain production has been increasing. In 1950 to 51, India had produced 51 crore tons of food grains, which has increased a record level of 265.04 crore tons in the year 2013 and 14. So in the year 1950 to 51, how much grain productions did we have? 51 crore ton. Okay, ton is the measurement. And in the year 2013 to 14, we increased our grain production to 265 crores. With the food grains which we have today, the minimum requirement of the country can be fulfilled. It is necessary to maintain buffer stock and to increase the buffer stock of the grains. The scarcity of grains can be prevented during droughts or in the case of inadequate production of food grains. So what has happened is that it has become very important, it has become very necessary that we increase the production of grains, okay, and recent time we have increased food grains, and the fact is that now our country does not need to buy food grains from other countries. We have enough food grains on our own, okay. There is also important to maintain buffer stock એટલે spare stock. Suppose let's say there is less rainfall, let's say there is a problem in the country, then at that time we can use this buffer or reserved stock. એટલે let's say ki atyarna, because COVID-19 is going on, why is the country able to give so much food grain to poor people? Because આપણે અમુક food grains as a safety extra આપણી પાસે રાખ્યા હતા. We did not sell out everything. We kept something for our own. We reserved some of these food grains for our own, so that whenever any problem comes, we can help out the poor people. Okay. The scarcity of grains can be prevented during droughts or in inadequate production of food grains. So this reserve stock, you can use it when there is drought meaning no rainfall, or let's say when the food grains ka production comes down, at that time you can use this reserve stock. The wastage of food grains can be prevented by implementing techniques to preserve the grains in the warehouse. Sometimes the food grains get wasted, okay, like જીવડા પડી જાય કે ખરાબ થઈ જાય. So what do we do? Warehouse એટલે storehouse. So store the grains in a proper storehouse. The hunger of the thousands of families can be satisfied if this buffer stock is distributed among them free of charge. Lot of people are hungry in our country today. Lot of people sleep with hungry stomach at night. So you can prevent people from sleeping hungry at night if we reserve buffer stock and distribute it free of charge to people who really need it. It is a strong necessity of the time to stop the wastage of food grains. So it's a very important, it is very necessary that we stop the wastage of food grains. It is necessary to strengthen food stocking and arrangements to conserve it. Okay, so they are saying that we have to store the food, we have to make sure that less food is wasted. It is a good beginning that the government has provided supply of the food grains for the poor people through the Food Security Act. So government came up with an act which was called the Food Security Act, according to which the food or the grains is given to poor people.